Hello, hello. This is Pauline from Pauline Art Stuff, and I'm back for the most exciting and most like the one that everybody wants to watch. The colored pages, the completed colored pages. That's the one we're gonna do today. So here we've got my trusty planner. It's a Archer and Olive bullet journal, like really shiny with pink, really beautiful. As you can see, this is what I did myself, and let's see how far I've gotten into my plans of September, because as you can see, I had a lot of plans and I did not finish all of them as I expected. Like, you never know, but I hope I always get more done than I actually plan. But I did get really far. I did skip some because I just wasn't in the mood, and halfway through the month I felt a little bit tired because of other things going on in life, such as games, which was really fun, but it took all my energy. So instead of drawing and coloring, I did a lot of gaming this month, and it was really fun. But that's now done and over. So then I could actually still finish a few from this list, because halfway through the month I did a lot of this list, but not much on this side. But in the end, I still have a lot to show you. So I'm really happy with what I did get done. And we're going to start with my buddies, which are right here. And I got one here and two more here. So that's what we're going to start with. So we're going to start with my mythographic, I think. Yeah, I will just put this here so I can look at it. We're going to start with my mythographic. Like, I put them all in this wonderful folder. It's a binder. So let's see what I've done, because I have been careful with my camera. I've placed everything that I kept in a folder like this, because I got rid of all the pages I don't want to color. And now I only have the pages left that I do want to color. Let me see. I had two mythographic buddies. The first one was with Fungus Love Color on Instagram and The Art of Momo, which was this page. Let me put my bookmark out. It was this lovely page, but they did not get around to their one. Let me pull it up a bit so you don't see the glare. I used my alcohol markers, as I really like to do with these kind of pages. But my colors were a bit empty, so you can really see that here in the purple, that it was like a bit dry. So, but it still looks good. Like, I did not have a lot of fun making this one, because it's just like something I've done a million times before, I guess. But it does turn out really nice. I like how I did the flowers over here with some blue for some contrast to the whole pink in the top. And I like the swan, you know, the shine around the swan. That's what I like. But both my buddies did not get around to this one. Like, I've written them down over here. But they did not finish theirs, because Fungus was actually not feeling too well. Her eyes were like having trouble, so she couldn't see much. So yeah, of course she couldn't do it. So yeah, health-wise, that was not a good thing. And my other buddy, the Art of Momo, Monica, she also didn't finish hers, because she was still busy with a different whip that she had from last month. And by the time she was done with that, there was just not enough time left for this one. Plus, she did not feel inspired by this one, and that's never a good thing. So she decided to skip it. But that's perfectly all right, you know. Like, maybe Fungus will do it this month, but if she does, I will show you with the next completed pages video. So yeah, that was a buddy, supposed to be a buddy, but it didn't turn out to be a buddy. That can happen, you know, you never know. Then I did one more. Let me see, it's on the other side probably. Yeah, I did another buddy with Color and Create with Jana. Here on YouTube, and it was for Space Timber, as you can see. And I did it on the first day of the month, on the 1st of September. And I'm really happy with how it looks. It came out really beautiful. Like, I especially like her eyes. Like, I found a picture on Pinterest that had like a lovely colored girl, and she had like this kind of eye, even more than this, like these decorations she had, and like really big eyelashes, because the original doesn't have that many eyelashes. So I changed it up. I used paint pens for it, and everything else is just alcohol markers. But I did enjoy coloring it. Well, normally I'm not really a big fan of coloring people, because that's what I always did. I always did portraits, like not coloring, but drawing portraits, like realistic portraits. So for me, this is like, just nah, I don't want to do it anymore. And the same with an astronaut suit. It's not my thing at all. I don't like it, but I like how I made it cute, you know, even though it isn't cute. Like an astronaut suit is not cute, but I like this. And then Jana also finished her like lovely page like pretty quick. I was so surprised, you know, when I saw her page. I will put it on the left of the screen, so I will move mine to the side so you can see them at the same time. But yeah, she used a lot of color, and she did her flowers like really nice. I really like it. And hers is like just the skin that I would normally pick, you know, like nice soft skin, lovely flowers, you know, like that's how I would usually tackle a page like this. So I like it. I really love her flowers. I might have wished I would have done my flowers maybe also in different colors, looking back at it, but it fits the page, you know, just like hers fits her page. I think she did great, and I had a lot of fun, and I believe she had too, because it's difficult, you know, it's difficult picking colors if you don't exactly know what to do, but in the end they both turned out really nice. So thank you, Jana. I always enjoy coloring with you. And we might do another buddy in November, because October is really busy for me. So we might do one in November, but if so, we will let you know later. So that's everything that I did in my mythographic books. I don't know which book they are from, because that's somewhere in the middle. Doesn't matter. They're 2 pages done. That's all that matters. And they were buddies. So let me close this up. Take out those tags, because they were for this month and I did not do them. Those were the ones for the hashtags for the Coloring the Movies, which was the Guardian of the Galaxy theme, and the Wild Year of Color, and that was the Wolf this month. And I did not do either one of them, because I just didn't feel like it, because I had mythographic pages picked for those, but I did not do them. Then the next buddy I had was in this lovely book by April. It's called The Forest Girls Coloring Book. It's the first one in the series. There are 4 of them. And we did, because I've got another flag in here, but I did this one. So this was a buddy with Coloring Bumblebee. And this is my page. As you can see, I tried to replicate the original on the left. And I think it turned out pretty nice. I did make a few changes, but not many. Like I changed her dress a little bit, and the carpet is a little bit different. I made it less, like there are some stripes in here, the white ones. I did not do them on mine. I just did like round hearts, and I left the stripes because it's just a bit busy. So I liked it better, more simple. But it's so nice and soft, you know. I like the colors. These are not really colors that I would normally pick myself. So that's good to get me a bit out of my comfort zone. So I will put Coloring Bumblebee's picture on the left, because oh my god, she also did such a lovely job. I almost like hers better than mine. Like her carpet is so nice and soft and simplified, just like I did a little bit, but she took it even further, and it's way more crisp than mine. And I like both of them for different reasons, but the colors are so lovely and soft, and I enjoyed this so much. She struggled a little bit with the carpet, or maybe 2 bits, I should say, just like me. But she pushed through, and she's happy it's done. She chose not to do the background, because she doesn't like backgrounds, neither do I, but I did it anyway, because I did it pretty early on in the month when I still had energy, as you can see. I did mine on the 4th of September. And I loved it. I love this book. I love anything in it. So I was really happy that she wanted to color with me in this one. And that's her first page done in this book, if I'm correct. So thank you, Jess. I had a lot of fun. And yes, we're going to definitely do more buddies in the future. So yeah, that's this one. Really happy with that one. Had a lot of fun. Then my next buddy was with my sister. And it is in this lovely bear book. It's called The Bear and the Wonderful Town by Nakao Chiwaka, I hope. And we did a lovely double page. We did this one. And as you can see, the right page is just a filler page, but the left has a lovely scene. So this is what I did. I made it lovely purples and pinks, as I always do, because these are my favorite colors. So yeah, I did what I always do. And I had a lot of fun with this one. It took a long time doing that background all the way with pencil from left to right. But oh my god, aren't they cute? Look at those little faces. I love all of them. So I will show you my sisters on the left for this page, for the one where you see the little bears. And look at her. She made it like the muted tones, like the reference picture in the PDF that you can download from like a Japanese website actually look quite similar to what she picked while she hasn't even seen it, you know, like that was like brilliant, you know, like as if she read their minds. But yeah, that's basically how she likes to color everything, like with muted tones. And yeah, it took her also a long time because she really would like to work in this book every single month, and we do like a double page or 2 sides every month until she finishes it or when she gets her new book, because she wants 2 more of the Tokumeku series. Like right now she only has the bear book, but she also wants the Midnight Tea Party with Stuffed Animals, which has a lot of mouses in them. And she would like the rabbit fairy tale book, as I call it. So yeah, but for now we've colored in this one and it was really nice. So for next month we will do another one in this one, which you have seen in my plans video. And then I think I had another buddy, but my buddy did not do her page because she was actually really busy with reorganizing her bedroom, if I'm correct. So she didn't get around to any of her buddies this month. So she is like putting it forward to October. So once she is done, I will show hers as well. So I will show this again next month. But the page that we would do together is this one for Space Timber in the sketchbook, in the Yuyuri's Field Mouse Yururi travel sketchbook book. And this is the page that we would do together. As you can see, her name is Sophie's Coloring Journey. She also has a YouTube channel. She's been on YouTube for quite a while. And she reached out if I wanted to do a buddy with her. And I said, yeah, of course I do. And we picked this lovely book. But because I already flagged a few pages for Space Timber, I gave her 2 options. So it was either this double page spread, which was a bit too much for her. So she picked this lovely one. And yeah, but knowing me, I always do both of them. So I also did this side in the same color scheme, but I saw somebody on Pinterest using like this color on the airplane, and I thought I really like that, so I copied most of it. I don't know the name of the person, but just so you know, it's not like completely my own. I did change some, like the water is a lot more blue turquoise, and I changed some on the houses, and the grass is more green. Like her were more like the nature tones. Mine are more like fresh green. But I pulled them through to both sides. So both sides have the same color scheme. And I'm really happy with what I've done. Like, yes, it's maybe not really a night sky, but it looks nice next to that one. So I'm happy with it anyway. I wanted to keep this left side really simple. And I think I succeeded. So if she finishes her page next month, I will show you that then. So another buddy that my buddy didn't do. It's really that month this time around. But that's okay, you know, things happen. I always ask like at the end of the month if they get around to it or not. This one I want to skip for now. Let me show this one first. This is a whip, but this is a buddy group that I'm in. And it's the book Nelko Neko, A Story of a Precious Cat. And I'm busy with this double page spread. As you can see, it's really big. I've come already far, like pretty far. I only need to do like the candy on the ground and the characters. Shade it a little bit more and give it some more color and do their fur a little bit more. Because I did a watercolor base and then I went on with Polychromos pencils on top. And I already did most of it except for them. So that will be my last part for recording this, because this will be a color along this month on my channel. And the first part will go up on the 3rd of October. So that's this Friday. So that's not long from now. And then every day I will post a part. So far I've got 3 parts. So you will expect one on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I hope to have done this page by Monday. And then you will see the last final part, hopefully. And that will be the little kitties. So yeah, I really enjoy this. This is a group buddy with Amy Ward Art on YouTube. And a lot of other people by now, because there are just more people joining and joining. It's so much fun. But yeah, this page was for September and October. So that's why I'm gonna finish this in the first week of October. And you will be able to color along with it. Then the other WIP that I've started is in the Eerie book, The Land of Loramia, or The Magical Land of Loramia. And I did pick a different page than I originally planned, because next month I would like to do this one. And I always like to do both sides, but I was like, maybe I won't be able to do both in the same month. So I already started this one, but I did not get any further than this, what I did here. So I started it, but I'm nowhere near done. I finished the ground and I was busy with the doors. You can see this already has a lot more color than this. But yeah, I hope to finish both of them in October. So that's a WIP. That's the only WIP, except like those are the two WIPs that I just showed you. Everything else was finished this month. Okay, so I think that were my buddies. Yes, that were my buddies. Then we're gonna go into my Disney group. It's actually also a kind of a buddy system, because I made a group with my friend Fungus Love Color on Instagram, and like for this month, September, we had 2 people join. So there was Jess from Coloring Bumblebee here on YouTube, and Zoe from Zoe Cozy Coloring. I'm sorry, Zoe, I mispronounced it. But yeah, they also joined us since September. And we did not pick pages for September, if I am correct, because Fungus Love Color had problems with her eyes, so she couldn't color. So we decided to pick pages for October. But I did do like 6 pages in this book. And one of them is actually an October page, which is this one. This one was picked for October, Woody. So I already finished mine. But that's okay. Like, I know Fungus already finished hers as well. And I know Zoe also already did one. So I will show them right now. But you might see them again next month. So I will put them all on screen, the ones that I have right now. So yeah, like Zoe did like the one on the horse, you know, like, yeah, so cute. It's in the new horse book from Hachette Heroes. And I like most of them in that book. But there's so many nice books, you know. I love seeing all the finished pages. So yeah, that was really fun. That was the first one for this month. For October, actually. But I finished it at the end of September. Then the next one I did is this one from Raya and the Last Dragon. I just did this on my own. Because when I'm not doing our buddies, I'm just working from front to back. And this was the next one in line. So I skipped the ones that my friend also has. Like the characters that she has in her books, I skip. And I just work on whatever she doesn't have. So I also did this one. No, not this one. Yes, I also did this one. So I did 7 this month, didn't I? September. Yeah, because this is also September. Let me pull it around. So I did this one. I forgot to flag this one actually. But yeah, it's an ugly fella. I don't even know who exactly he is. I think it's from the Rescuers, maybe. Like with the red hair evil woman, I think that's from that movie. I'm not sure actually. And then I did this King Louis page on my own, and that's a color along on my channel. And I'm wondering how many people got it right that it was King Louis, because it was pretty hard to tell if you don't know what it was, because I was coloring it like this, so it was pretty hard until like the end to tell what it was. But I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun rambling about all my supplies and such. Then I did this one on my own on the 11th of September. That's from Inside Out, I think. It's a Pixar movie. My Pixar knowledge is not that great because I'm not really a big fan of those movies. So that one I did. And then I did this one from Cusco, The Emperor's New Groove. I like this one. Like, how adorable. I think they came out really cute. I just don't understand why this part is like green. Like, what is that? You know, is that like, at first I thought it was a shoulder, but it's a bit weird. So I've got no idea. But it's supposed to be like this. But yeah, I had fun coloring that one. And then I did one more. Oh, another one that side. And this is also apparently from the Emperor's New Groove, but I don't recognize it. But it is a cute squirrel. Yeah, I love this one. It turned out really nice. I think I used my Guangna markers for this one. Yeah, I did. I can see it on the numbers. I used my Guangna acrylic markers, but I had to do like 2 layers for some of the colors because they're not that covering as the Thule art. So that's all I did for this wonderful book, which is Les Grands Classiques Tome 1, which I would like to finish as soon as possible. So I keep working in it every month until it's done. Then the next one I finally got around to is the Draglings book by Randall Spangler. It's number 1. There are 2 at the moment. And I picked this lovely page. So Many Books, So Little Time, it's called. As you can see over here. And what I did is I looked up the original and I just chose the same colors as there were in the original, and that's how I colored it. But as you can see, I did not really blend and all that stuff. I just embraced the pencil texture. As you can tell, you can see all the pencil textures, but because like a lot of the parts were like grayish because of the printing, like I can show you on the next one. Like you see there are gray parts that like over here it's all gray. So if you color over that, the same as this, it will look muddy. And that's exactly what happened with the dragon, because I used really bright greens, which were like almost yellow green, and they look just muted green, as if I barely colored it. There's a lot of colored pencil on it. Like, see? You can see how much I colored, but it looks pretty flat because of it, because of the grayish undertone. But I have to say, I enjoyed it a lot more copying his color scheme, because I love these little dragons so much. And I think that's how I'm gonna roll with this book. I'm just gonna look them up and color them as the artist did, because that I do enjoy. But I will not do like a lot of them in 1 month. I will just stick to like 1 a month or something, because then that way I can just slowly work on this book and it will be finally done, hopefully soon, maybe next year. Because see, I've done like that much. I've done like, there are how many pages? Let me see. There are 41 pages, and I think I did number 18 today. So I can actually scratch that off. I did not do that yet. So I now did this one. So like I'm almost halfway. See, I'm almost halfway. So a few more and I'm halfway. So 3 more, I'm halfway down the book. But I don't think it can be done in the whole year if I do 1 a month. No, because there are more. Then I should like... You see what I mean? I need to do these this year if I want to do that next year, but that's not going to happen. So, wah. But that's fine, you know. Then at least I know that it's not possible to finish next year. Then I don't have to think about it. Then the next one I colored in is this lovely book by Crystal Vogels called Ausmalreise der Verwunschene Wald, which is in English Coloring Journey, the Enchanted Forest. As you can see, I've written it down. It's by Top. That's the publisher. And I did this lovely page over here with the mushroom kids. This is a color along on my channel. And yeah, I really liked it. Like, look at the skirt. That's my favorite part. I really showed how you can blend really well. And that's what the goal was for this video, to show you how you could blend and work with the pencils, even on small surfaces like this. So yeah, you can find this as a color along on my channel. And I think I would like to color this one also somewhere in the autumn season. But I don't know yet, because it's not on my current plans for October. Maybe in November. So that might be then another color along that I will do, because I did say that I wanted to do 1 more this season. So maybe that one. I'm not sure yet. Then the next book I colored in is Luna by Maria Troll. Or Trolle, I don't know how you pronounce it. But I like to work with acrylic markers in this book. I've done every single page in acrylic markers so far. And I'm using my Guangna marker. So I did these 2 pages, both of them, because of the Space Timber team. I thought like the moon was a really nice touch. But I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see the white dots in the sky. Like, it's really gentle and soft. But you can see like how soft I kept everything. Like really light pastel colors on everything except for the tree. and I like it. I really like it. So I used the same color scheme also for this side. The only thing I don't like is her hair, because at first I thought, let's do it white. Then I thought, no, I want pink. And I was like, maybe not. And then I put in some of that grayish purpley tone, and I still don't like it, but it is finished. Let's just say that. I do like the leaves and the background, so that's good. But yeah, I wanted to keep the same color scheme, and it just didn't turn out how I would like it to do, because if I kept it white, it would fall flat because of her dress. So maybe it would have been better if I used more green on her dress and then made white hair, because that would have worked. But it is what it is. It's another page, like 2 pages done, and I'm happy with the result, especially on that one. Really happy with that one. So yeah, that's Maria Troll. I really enjoyed working on this one again, as always. I'm actually considering buying a few more of Maria Troll, but not at the moment. That's for the future. Then I colored in my next, like one of my favorite artists. I think they're both really high up, like Klara Markova and Maria Troll are pretty high up in my favorite lists. And I colored in this lovely book, The Fairy Miracles. I think I did 2 pages. No, I did 1. But I did both sides. So this is a bookmark that I did last month, I think. And I just used it so I know which one I did. So I did this lovely page, like this side. And I changed the bunny, because it was a bit different with the eyes. There were more lines on top, and and the mouth was also a bit different. So I changed it up with some paint marker. And I think it looks really cute now, really cute and fluffy. And that was what I wanted, because I thought it was a bit spooky, you know, like some of her animals are a little bit like spooky when you look at them. And I think this fixed it really well. Like I did a lot of coloring on her outfit. Like there are lots of colors on there. And I did the same color scheme on this side, but instead of coloring like everything, I faded it out to the top. So it's here really bright, and then like on top it's not. And I did it for the Color the Fairy Tales hashtag, for the hare/rabbit prompt for September. And I am really happy with how it turned out. I did not color in like a Klara Markova book for a little while, so I thought let's pick one again, you know, because I'm right now focusing on this book and trying to fill more in just this one. So I put my other ones, the newer ones, I put to the side. So I've got this one and the other Fairy Celebration, I think. Those were the 2 like oldest. So that's why I first tried this one, and if I can't find anything in this I like, I will pick the second one that's like old for me. So I fill up more in one book, like a sort kind of focus book for like an artist, you know. That's what I have been doing lately, that I just pick one book per artist. Okay, and the next book that I will show you is this one, Beautiful Days of Green Ivy, 4 Seasons coloring book by Green Ivy. I really like this one for simple coloring. And I did, why isn't there a marker? There it is. I probably just plucked it out because the doorbell rang and I forgot. Okay, it's this one. It's also a color along on the channel. But I picked a pretty bright color scheme, as you can see. So I had a pretty big, like, bright, like, swatches on my palette. And I turned out to be like this, because I usually like pastel colors in this book. But the colors I picked are definitely not pastel colors. But because I used a really light pressure, it turns out really nice in pastel. And I really like it, because when you see the original, it's more brown and muted tones. And I picked way more brighter tones for like the leaves and them and everything, because I thought her one was a bit old-fashioned, and I like this cute, like, pastel-y kind, you know, that's just me. So I usually change it up, and that's exactly what I did for this one. So you can find this as a color along on my channel. Nice simple one to follow along with. So I had a lot of fun doing this one. This was actually a request to color in this book for a color along, and I've had more people ask for this book, so it will stay on the list for possible color alongs, but not for October, because October I've got way too many plans. So the next one that I colored in is The Night Voyage by Daria Song. It's a really old book, but I only got this recently. Like I got this in in July. So yeah, I got this in July. As you can see, I already did a few pages. But this month I picked out 2 pages that I could color with stars because of Spacember. So you can see that this is what I did. I kept it really simple. I did some metallic gold on the stars, like every single star that is not inside the beam has the gold. And I did colored pencils, Polychromos pencils on the bicycle and on the character and also on this part. So for this part I did use, did I? No, I only use colored pencils for the inside, but I used different colors than over here, because here I used more like a red tone and this looks more like a orangey brown. But yeah, I like the shine of the stars. And then I also did these ones in pencil. But yeah, I kept the same colors as I used on the left. I like how I did her bag. There's also some gold on her bag, as you can see. So yeah, I kept it pretty simple because I didn't want to do too much. But I like how it turned out. So yeah, that's another double page done in this book. And I'm really happy because I got a hard time getting into this book because of the style. And there are a lot of pages that are like this that I am not like a huge fan of, but I like it enough that it will entertain me for a couple of days, you know? But yeah, I really have to just think about what I would like and just get going, as you can see, because this looks really wonderful. I like it. I had fun doing this. So yeah, that's The Night Voyage by Daria Song. So I colored in a lot of books that are a bit difficult for me to get into. Just like the next one, which is this one, which is the coloring book of Secret Dream Story by Yoshimi Sekiguchi, I hope. So this is another book that I've got trouble getting into because it's a bit of the same, you know, it has a certain style. Like you can see, it's a bit more realistic and has a lot of like those kind of pages that I don't like. So I did both of them. So I will first show you the left. So I used watercolor in the background, as you can see, and I used pencils on top because it wasn't like completely flat with the watercolor. And I try to use the same colors as you can see on the front. So like pinks, blue, purple, and gold tones. So that's my color scheme for this entire book so far. Everything that I colored so far has this color scheme. So maybe I will keep that up. And then this is the page that I did like. So this is the one I did as well with it. So I was really happy that I had a not so nice page next to a nicer page, because I always like to do that, you know, do one that I don't like, one that I do like. So I had fun doing this, but I used my Polychromos pencil and I also used my Derwent Chromaflow in the pink. That pink one is a Derwent Chromaflow. Everything else is Polychromos. But yeah, you can see what I did. I made it like a golden blended look. And I did a base with watercolor over the whole picture. And then I did some coloring on top. That purple, I think, is also a Chromaflow pencil. And otherwise, it's a Prismacolor. I'm not sure. Could be either one of them. Because I've got that shade in 2. So, like, I got that in Chromaflow and I have it in Prismacolor. So it could be either one of those. Just to make it a bit more smooth and like a shade, you know. But I like how it turned out. I did not like how I did his hair because I first made it like a brown tone. And then I went over with a paint marker because I thought, no, I want his hair white, like Merlin. And I think it looks better overall because there already is a lot of brown in this picture, the way I colored it. But I'm happy with how it turned out. I really am. I also colored this for Color the Fairy Tales, for the stars, and also Spacember. So it fits both challenges. So yeah, I had so much fun with this one, even though it's not my favorite book to color in. I still had a lot of fun. So that's another done in that one. Make me really happy. And then I got one more of that kind of book that is that same like shape, same size. And I did one in this wonderful book. I was able to buy this from a lovely viewer. And I'm so happy that I was able to buy it from her. Like, yes, it wasn't cheap. I think I paid something like 45 to 50 euros in total because of shipping and blah, blah, blah. You know, because she didn't ask a ridiculous amount. She asked like 20 euros or something like that. But everything else was shipping. So yeah, but I'm really happy to have this. So I did a lovely 2 pages again, but this left one is usually really simple, as you can see. So I used a gold, I used my gold acrylic marker on the dark gold, but the lighter gold is actually watercolor. And this is all Ohuhu pencil, Devon Chroma pencil, and even some polychromos. So I used like whatever I had, whatever looked good together. So yeah, I kept it really simple on this side with just the gold on the stars and the moon and just some pencil on her. So I really like how it turned out. And then I used the same colors on this side, as you can see. But again, you can see that there's like watercolor here because it's not really like smooth, as you can see. There's some patchiness. But this paper doesn't like watercolor. I will show you why. I thought it would do great, you know, but then I had some bleed through. So you can see a little bit of yellow over here, like all around, like that. It's really faint, luckily, because it was a really light color of gold. And I don't think it should be that bad for this one, because a yellow background will look lovely with this one. But yeah, it does bleed through. So if you do watercolor on this paper, use as little as possible of water, because I used it on all those stars as well, like all of them. I did like an outline with my acrylic paint pen, because that's the darker tone that you see here. I also used that on this. And then I did the watercolor on all the stars and also on the heart and there. Like everything is shiny. You see how shiny? I like it. I love it. That was like the first thing that came up with like in my mind when I saw this picture, that's what I wanted to do. And then for the cat, I kept it really light. So there are like some soft, beigey, warm like tones on them, but not much. I used some Prismacolor on the skin of the kids or the kitten, and the big mom on the tail and her head over here. And this is Polychromos. And this is a combination of Polychromos, Devon Chroma Flow for like the pinkish tone. The purple one was Polychromos, and the light pink is Ohuhu Halawa. So I used literally everything. I did not color these ones because I thought they looked good as is. But everything else has a little shade. And it took forever to blend that background into the colors. Like all of this, it took forever. But I'm really happy. Like I also did some Ohua Lawa on these lighter shades. And as you can see, they work perfectly fine together. You know, it doesn't matter that you mix them all up. It works. And I love it. This is one of my most favorite pages up till now that I did. Yeah, I like how I did the purple over here in the dress, because at first I had it more pink, but because I used the purple there, I thought it would make sense to use it more in the cloth as well. So yeah, I'm really happy with this one. That's 2 more pages done in this lovely book. Let me check if I actually marked them off, that I did them. No, I did not. You see, I did not. I only marked off those. So let me color those as well. That was number 1 and 2, I think. No. It is number 5 and 6. So let's scratch that off. 5 and 6. That's 4 pages done in this wonderful book. And many more to go. I really love this book. I'm so happy that I've got this in my collection. It's a little bit yellowed, but that's to be expected from a book that's that old. Then we go into Tokumeku books. We already showed 2 Tokumeku books, so that's not really fair, is it? But I've got 3 more of the Tokumeku series. And the first one is A Fairy Tale Journey with Little Friends in the Forest. I always color, or try to color in this book for Color the Fairy Tales. Hashtag from, oh my god, Geordie Colors? Is it Geordie? I think it's Geordie Colors. And for this month, I did this one. And I think the prompt that I used was the rabbit / hare and stars, because there are also stars on here and there, like some stars. So those were the prompts that I picked from this, because there's also stars in the bed sheets. But yeah, I did 2 pages as I always do. So I did this wonderful one, and I just love it. Like I used the same colors on the animals as I did on my other pages that I colored in this book. And yeah, I just love my pinks and my blues and my purples. Like the curtain. I asked my sister, because those polka dots are normally not there. It's just a blend curtain. So I drew those in. But I asked my sister, like, I don't know what color to do the curtain. What would you do? And the answer was purple, pink. red, yellow. And I was like, okay, we're going for polka dots. Because on this side, you had these big polka dots. So the smaller ones, these ones, and the really small ones, I drew in myself. So I was like, oh, then I can also do that on this side so that I've got it both on the left and both on the right. So that's what I did. And yes, it was maybe a joke at the time, but I actually like it. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. So I really tried to work on both pages at the same time. So I had colors like that I used there over here and vice versa. So I really also like how this turned out. Like maybe the book, like this part is maybe a bit too much of the purple. Like maybe I wanted this purple to go a bit higher, but it is what it is. It's another page done and I'm happy that I've got them done. Because yeah, I love this book. I really do. It's so adorable. And why don't I? Yeah, I showed this one last month. I thought it was for this month, but it was actually already last month. So yeah, I almost color in this monthly by now. I think almost. I at least pick one every month because for October I'm gonna do the Cinderella page, and I can't wait because yeah, this one I just love for the fairy tale theme. It's so cute and adorable, and I'm happy that I colored again 2 pages in it. The next one is the Midnight Tea Party with Stuffed Animals. So this is another book that my sister will buy. When I buy my new Tokumeku book, this one will also be ordered. So the new one is the Traveling Animal Band Orchestra, I believe. There's a flip through on Coloring Bumblebee's channel. Jess has one. She did it recently and it's lovely. So yeah, I want that one too. But this is one that my sister would like to have as well. And I did only 1 page. I broke my pattern of doing 2 sides, people. I did it. I've been bad. I've been really bad. It's not up to code. But yeah, I wasn't feeling this side. Like it's so adorable, so cute with the little mouse with the flowers on their necks. But I was like, no, I'm not feeling it today. And I had a pretty rough day that day when I colored this. Like that was at the end of the month. And yeah, I was really tired. Like halfway through the month, I got really tired all the way up till the end. And today I'm feeling a little bit better, but I'm still really tired. It's getting better. But as you can see, I use watercolor. So I've got, can you see maybe? I don't know. There's a shine on it. Like everything. Yeah, you can see it like this. Like everything here, all of this, all that color is all watercolor. That's all like the shiny paint from Paul Ruben. And also on the wand and on the moon there is, yeah, you can see that as well, and on the clouds. And then I did some pencil work on the ribbon around it, on the mouse, and a little bit on the clouds as well. So I kept it really simple and I love it because I did want to color something in this book, but I was not feeling this one. So I was like, nah, that can wait. I can do this one. It's so adorable. I love it. And with all the shine, yes, please. I had so much fun. But yeah, I didn't think about it when I did the watercolor because I did the watercolor and it was completely soaked. And I was like, but now I can't color my mouse and that because it has to dry. So I was like, maybe I should color something else in the meanwhile. So that's what I did. I did the fairy tale book that I showed you before this one. And then the day after I finished this one. So it was all good. But yeah, sometimes you do things without actually thinking about it. This is the other book that my sister wants to buy. That's the Rabbit's Fairy Tale Fantasy Coloring Book. I just call it the Rabbit's book because there are all these tiny rabbits in it. And I love this one as well. So this is the other one that she would like to buy. And for this month, I did again for Color the Fairy Tales. I did this double page. Or actually, they're 2 separate pages, but I did 2 of them. And yeah, I wasn't in like the right mindset, I think, because I made it a bit of a circus with colors. As you can see, there are a lot of colors. And yes, it looks okay, but I'm not really like overly pleased with it. I don't dislike it, but I also don't like it, if you know what I mean. I like the colors by itself, but the combinations that I did, maybe not so much. But I did enjoy doing it, so that's the most important thing. I had fun while I did it. So yeah, really nice. But it had 3 prompts in it because the prompts for this month, for September, were hare/rabbit. Well, we've got 2 rabbits even. We've got stars. We have stars on both pages. Like we've got them in like the necklaces And on this side there are like also starfish, but you know what I mean, there are a lot of stars. And then the last one was necklace. Well, you can see them all over the places, you know what I mean. So that were 3 prompts, and that does not happen that much, that you have 3 prompts in the same page, even only on this side or the other side, like it fits. So yeah, I'm happy that I got this done, because I don't like object pages like this, but I do like this. So I'm happy that I got both of them done at the same time, even though I wasn't feeling the best. I used my Ohua lava pencils mainly on this one. I really like the soft pastel colors in that set. They can be, they can be a little bit scratchy, but that's also because this paper has some texture on it. So but almost everything looks scratchy on this one, but it works. It works like wonders, you know? Then that's not a colored book, Polly. That's the one I'm gonna color soon. I did color this one. That's the last one that I colored this month. And it is the Desert Fox Sogeyomi Mysterious Journey Coloring Book by the illustrator Salt, or as it is said, Unby Park, I hope. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I did one of them, I think. What is this? Oh, that's the other one for Halloween. I did this one. I love it. There's just no other word for it. I love it. Like, this is the original, as you can see. I was like, yeah, let's do that. And this is what I did. It almost looks the same. Mine is maybe a little bit more soft looking, but I was like, yeah, close enough. Good enough. I liked it. I had much fun. I had a lot of fun coloring all of this. I used some paint pen for all of these striky things. Like, I tried to not color it while coloring it, but at some parts, like these parts were really dark. So I did it with a paint pen, and I just did like this with my finger to make it nice and soft. But yeah, most parts I just didn't color while I was coloring, like the clouds and the part of the fox. But yeah, it's such a lovely picture. Like, oh, I noticed that I forgot to color this bit. You see, it's supposed to be that color. Bad, really bad. I don't care. It's done. I call it done. I did not even see that. Like, maybe I will go back in and color it later. But yeah, that was the last one that I did for this month. But look what happened. I will show you. You see this? It came loose. That's not supposed to happen. It's supposed to be like this. But my cat, like if I do like this, you can see what happens. See? This is what happened. My cat sat on the book while I had it open, and it was like, and it came loose like this. So now my book is a bit damaged. And my page almost fell out as well. So this part is a little bit loose now. So I have to be careful. My poor book. But yeah, my cat couldn't help herself. She wanted to be close to Mama. And I don't blame her for it. But I was a bit worried about my book. But it's still in one piece. So we're good. And I think that was all I did for this month. Which is still a lot, don't you think? I did not expect to get this far into my plans. I only expected like half of them because I felt so crappy halfway through the month. But yeah, I did many pages, as you can see, almost everything. So this one and that one is still like a whip for me. So I will finish them shortly, like hopefully this week, maybe later. But that one I definitely want to do first so that the color along can go up. And yeah, I'm really happy. Like most of the ones that I didn't get to, like these books, most of them, like that one not, but most of them are in my coloring plans for October. So yeah, it was fun this month. And I'm not gonna count any of them. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I hate it when people count their pages, especially if there are a lot of them, because it feels like a contest. And it's not. It's not a contest. It's about having fun. And I had lots of fun. So yeah, don't feel bad if you only color one page a month. You had fun. That's what matters. So that's what I wanted to say to all of you. Have fun. All right. The next thing that I will show you is one of my original drawings that I'm working on. And as you can see, it's a massive A2 block. And that's actually straight away how big it is. So I don't have to think. That's how big it is, people. It's massive. But I'm working on a drawing in here. And this month I actually made 2 drawings. So the first one I did was this one. Let's see if you can see it. I think you can. And I'm just gonna slowly move my camera so you can also see the front of, like the completely to the front of the picture. So this was my first sketch that I made, but the cats were a lot bigger, as you can see. So let me put it back in position. So this is what I first had. So I still had like my cat at the end of the table with his mouse on his plate and all the other cats, but they're really big. You see, if you put my hand next to it, they're like as long as my fingers. So they were still pretty big, but I didn't like it because I couldn't put my windows on it that I wanted. So I made a different sketch, which is this one. And I'm not sure if you can even tell, but like there are windows right here, like a little bit like higher up. So that's roughly the top, and then it goes all the way down again, and I've got a massive table, see, all the way up there. Yeah, it's a bit shaky, I'm sorry, but this is so big. So yeah, this is like the sketch that I made this month. Let me zoom you in, like, and that's him. That's like the cat, where it is all about, the one that started it all. So yeah, that is my drawing that I would like to show you, that I'm gonna make in October. So that's all I'm gonna show with this one, because it's really annoying to film it because it's massive. So let me put this away and I'll be right back. Alright, and I'm back to the desk again. And now I'm gonna show you my sketchbook, what I did for September. It's nowhere near as much as I did for August, but it is at least something. Like this was still August, and this was this month. So I literally had only like a few pages. But this is my Inktober ideas that I would maybe like to draw. So these are all the prompts. You get a prompt for each day, and you're supposed to make a drawing in ink with that prompt. And then you post it and you repeat every single day. But I've never, like, I've done that in the earlier years that I did this challenge. And now I'm just doing my own thing. I ignore the list. But if something inspires me, I sometimes use it as an idea, you know. But this time, not really. I did put dots behind the ones that maybe could work. But in the end, I didn't go for it. But these were the ones that I made. Like this one is actually an old one from a previous sketchbook that I might want to work out for this year. But I don't know what else, like, to draw with it instead of just a character. These little mouses are going to be my intro page, which are also in this one. So it's going to be a swatch book for my inks that I'm going to use this year. And then I had two portraits of kitties that are also in the drawing, like the sketch that I showed you just a minute ago. So those two I would like to make. Then I made these sketches, which I just don't like. I'm not a fan of any of them. And I thought maybe I can use those in picture frames instead. So I put like their heads in there. Like, you see what I mean? Like, I made a really ugly one and I said, yeah, maybe in there. And I was like, yeah, that's better. And then I made a swinging chandelier with mice on it. And I was like, yeah, that could work with like some music notes and maybe a piano. But I did not draw any of that. And as you can see, that's the end. So I did not sketch any more this month because I was just too tired and I didn't feel like drawing at all. Because I already did a lot of drawing in like the first 2.5 weeks or so, you know, from September. And after that, I was just too tired to do it. So those are all my sketches. And I think that's it for everything else that I did this month, is it? I think so. Yeah, because I did not do my Stitchy journal. I have not done the spread for September yet, so I've got no Disney drawing to show you. So yes, I think this is everything. So I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you very much for showing up every week and with every video that I make, because I really appreciate it. And it makes me smile ear to ear when I get really nice comments. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Back to the normal video. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed watching all of my colored pages. And I hope to see you for my next video, which is the color along in Nelko Neko, the Halloween page. See you soon. Bye bye.